There are so many fragrances right now at Sephora that I'm actually enjoying, but I had to narrow it down for this video, and quite frankly, there are 15 that I'm enjoying at the moment. I'm gonna talk about them today. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Lisa and Maria here, as always. Yes, Sephora has so much going on. In fact, every department store, every beauty store has a lot going on, but in particular, we're gonna talk about Sephora today because, as we know, it's that wonderful time of year, and that is the Sephora Savings event. I got my little flyer in the mail recently, and yeah, it reminded me, and the sales associates told me to the last time I went in. So as always, for those that are wondering, the Sephora Savings event always happens this time of year. It's late October and it goes into early November when it happens. The full dates of the sale are October 27th through November 6th, and of course, depending on your tier, it also determines when the sale starts for you and how much of a discount you get. I will list all that information in the description box so you don't have to worry, but I am a Rouge member. Rouge is the top tier, and Rouge gets to shop the sale first, and we get 20% off. So the sale kicks off for me on October 27th, and I do have some ideas about that, but we'll see. I'm still refining my cart. But alas, I have some fragrances I want to talk about because I'm enjoying these, and I just want to share them because somebody else might be thinking about them, and consider this a semi sort of recommendations video. But as always, lipstick of the day today, everyone. This is from Pat McGrath because I was feeling red because hello, red nails. So lipstick of the day is from Pat McGrath, and this is Elson. This is an old color for her, one of the staples. You can normally find this on the display inside of Sephora. So yeah, I was digging it, and it's kind of like a juicy red, blue base juicy red. It'll be linked below as always. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, and it's actually one of the fragrances that makes this list, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. Fragrance of the day is the new Prada Paradoxe, the intense version. I know y'all are like, wait a minute, what? You like a Prada Paradoxe? The way you talked about the original one, I still feel the same way. The original one, she's cute, but she still smells like a cross between Original My Way and Donna Born and Roma from Valentino. That's just what it smells like. But to me, this new intense version was the one that we needed to get. And just a refresher on the notes. The main thing about this fragrance is that there's a moss note in here and there's more jasmine in here. And seriously, it was the moss note that took this fragrance over the top for me. So that's why I'm rocking it. And that is also why I recommend it as one of the fragrances that I'm thinking is a favorite right now to definitely check out. Prada Paradoxe is your fragrance of the day, and the first fragrance we're going to talk about on this list. It's so good. I'm enjoying it. The next fragrance we're going to talk about, you all, this is from the house of Burberry, and this is Burberry Elixir. This was the Burberry Her for me. Yes, it's within the Burberry Her ecosystem. I know a lot of people love the original one. She's okay, but it was the Elixir that was a love at first sniff for me. I've talked about this one a million times. It already has a full dedicated review up on the channel too. This is a strawberry milkshake is what it is. So definitely check out that full dedicated review if you want more notes information, but this one lasts all day. Don't have to bathe in it. It has this airy sweetness about it where you just smell like a dessert, but it's still done in a way where it's a perfume. So I think Burberry really did their thing with this one, and this is why it's a favorite right now. I'm digging it. I've been talking about it a lot lately, and with good reason. I'm reaching for it. Burberry Her Elixir. Staying in the house of Burberry, this new fragrance from Burberry, this one, you gotta be living under a rock to not know about it, and this is the new Burberry Goddess. You all remember I talked about this fragrance back in the late summer going into fall, and I still enjoy this one. It already has a full dedicated review up on the channel as well, so if you want to know more information, definitely check it out at your own leisure. But Burberry Goddess, this is vanilla, cacao, and lavender is what this is. It's such an easy reach fragrance. It's very cozy, very comforting, and I enjoy the longevity in it too. This is one that if you smell it on paper, it won't do anything for you. This was one you absolutely need to test it on your skin. That's what happened with me. I went in store, when I tried it out, I was like, whatever on paper, but then when I wore it on skin, and as I continued to walk around, it got stronger and louder, and I was like, yes. And by the way, to be such a simple fragrance is a compliment magnet. So for me, Burberry Goddess is definitely a favorite, and particularly a cold weather favorite too. Burberry Goddess is definitely a favorite right now. Next up, from the house of Clean Reserve, I have talked about this one too, and if you follow me, you see me talk about it a lot in the evening times because it's a joy. It already has a video up on the channel as well, and this is Clean Reserve Radiant Nectar. This was one that everybody kept telling me it's amazing. It's considered a bestseller at Sephora as well as at Clean Reserve, but I wasn't all the way on board with it. Y'all know I love sparkling sugar, which I do recommend that one too, but in particular for cold weather right now, we're heading into holiday season. To me, Radiant Nectar is the one to go with right now, and it's so good. Just a refresher on the notes because yes, it's juicy. So this one has ambrette seeds in it, there's some pear nectar in it, and there's also some liquid musk too. Absolutely, this is a fun sweet one. But for me, because of the pear note, and I think of pear as more of a fall fragrance, that's why I would rather go with Radiant Nectar for right now versus Sparkling Sugar. Sparkling Sugar is more of a springtime fragrance, which we love her, just not right now. So we're riding with Radiant Nectar, you all. And again, the video is already up on this one if you want to know more about it. Clean Reserve, Radiant Nectar. Now, staying in the Clean Reserve family, this is one that, ooh, I've had it for 2 years. I have the travel size of it and I have the full size of it. I still reach for it to this day. It's a favorite. It might even possibly be my favorite one from Clean Reserve. And this is Clean Reserve Skin. Skin, I've been seeing is getting a little bit more traction lately. People are loving it, which is so good because it really is worth the hype. Keynotes in this one are fresh musk. We have some oil, some like vanilla in here, and there's also like some salted praline in here. It's a beautiful floral musk and you just smell like a light, airy gourmand. I prefer wearing this one to bed. It's such an easy to reach fragrance, and quite frankly, I smell pretty yummy to me, pretty cozy, and it's very comforting in my opinion. This is one that I actually want to wear. I don't have to make myself wear it, if you know what I mean. Sometimes some fragrances are a little bit more challenging than others. This one is a no fuss, no muss type of fragrance. So absolutely, I am reaching for it, and I'm loving this one right now at Sephora. And this is the Clean Reserve Skin. Definitely check this one out. This is one that often is on display, been around for years at this point. So definitely check it out on your next trip. If you've been considering it, this will be the time to get it, of course, while it's on sale. Now let's talk about Killian, because Sephora does carry Killians, and I've been having a whole Killian moment. If you all have been watching my hauls, as well as my list of fragrances I've been wearing and taking to places with me, Killian has been in the mix. And for that reason, I actually have 3 favorite Killian fragrances right now that I highly recommend that are at Sephora. So the first one I want to talk about, this one is no stranger to the channel, and this one gets a lot of love this time of year. This is Killian's Angel's Share, you all. It looks like a glass of cognac. Very much adult friendly. I love that. It has keynotes of cognac. It has some tonka bean and some oak wood in here. I would even argue cinnamon for sure. This one is a awesome cold weather scent. I have already done its full dedicated review as well. So Killian's Angel Share, if you want to know more information about it, definitely look at that video. Killian's Angel Share is a certified staple. Absolutely, this is unisex. Don't let the bottle fool you, because as a lady, it smells divine on a woman. And by the way, it's a male magnet for sure. I love wearing Killian's Angel Share, particularly around the holiday season. In fact, I've seen a lot of people tell me that Angel Share is their holiday fragrance. So it totally makes sense because it just smells like a good time. Killian's Angel Share is a favorite for sure. Staying in Killian, of course, we gotta talk about the good girl Princess, because she came back and we've been loving her even more since the first time she came around. Princess, there's like a green tea in here, there's some marshmallow in here. This one is so good, it's unique, it's an easy reach scent. I don't know how Killian does it, but their fragrances are definitely niche, they're definitely elevated, but they still have a bit of easy approachability about them, and I enjoy that. Princess is definitely fun and flirty. When I first heard about this fragrance, I thought, oh, it's gonna be juvenile, it's gonna be pretty young. Got a sample of it from the Killian counter, you all. I love that scent, and I also was stalking for the fragrance to come back. So as soon as it was announced it came back, you all remember, I ordered this immediately. I've had it over a year in my collection, and by the way, I do have the all fresh version that came out this summer. I have dedicated reviews to both the original Killian Princess as well as the old fresh version. If you're interested, definitely check it out on the channel. But Killian Princess, I prefer this one, this version of Princess for sure during this time of year. I've been reaching for it. It's fun, it's flirty, but it's sweet, but it's still done in a grown way. So I enjoyed this one. Killian Princess, definitely a favorite right now. Then next up, if you all have been following my wedding chronicles, then you know Killian's Can't Stop Loving You has been an ultimate favorite. Y'all, I have been wearing this scent non-stop for 2 months straight. So good. This was one I fell in love with once I smelled it on display within my local Sephora, because they had it out. I was like, great. When it first came out back in January, I was like, whatever. But then I re-smelled it again in about August time, like July, August, somewhere around there. It was a total love. This is orange blossom, this is honey, and it just works. Oh, it just works. And that honey in it hugs the skin. To me, that's what makes this a wonderful cold weather scent. But absolutely, I can't recommend Can't Stop Loving You enough. I feel like people try to write it off saying, oh, it smells like love, don't be shy. But no, it doesn't. This is its own fragrance, so definitely check it out. And to me, it is absolutely a favorite for me, and I love it. Killian's Can't Stop Loving You. Definitely check it out at Sephora. Now this next fragrance, you all have seen me talk about it a million times on the channel, and I am referring to from the house of YSL. That is Le Parfum. You all know, I gotta say it. This is the best one. I've even smelled the new Absolute version that's in the silver bottle. It did nothing for me, so it's still a no for me. but this one, Le Parfum, is the one that is a yes. There's saffron in here, there's honey in here, and there's orange blossom, and there's a little bit of lavender because, of course, that's what's part of the original Lieb DNA, so it makes sense. But you all, Le Parfum, this is sexy. I reach for this. It makes me happy. It gets compliments too. And I just enjoy wearing this one, whether I'm wearing it in the house or whether I'm wearing it out and about amongst people, office situation, in a shopping situation. It doesn't matter. Appointments, it doesn't matter. This one I'm reaching for in cold weather, so I highly recommend this one right now. It's a definite favorite. It's just really, really good. I know Lieb has so many flankers right now, but Le Parfum is the best one. Definitely check it out. Next up, we had to talk about a Valentino fragrance, and in this case, we're going to talk about Valentino's Donna Born Aroma, the Intense version. I've had this one literally since it came out, which was like late January, early February, and I enjoy this one. Even in its dedicated review that I've talked about before, definitely check that video out. I told you all, I said the Intense version is the cold weather version, in my opinion, in comparison to the original Donna Born Aroma. Still love the original Donna Born Aroma, but I will put her up for right now, and in my opinion, I'm reaching for the Intense right. So that's why this one is the favorite. The main notes in this one are vanilla, jasmine, and benzoin. The jasmine note is something serious and strong, so you gotta be ready for it. The thing is, this one is out on display in a lot of stores. I know it is in mine when I recently went about a few days ago. Definitely test this one on paper and on skin because it is thicker and deeper and it's not as sweet as the original, and for that reason I'm enjoying it and it's a favorite. So Valentino's Donna Born Aroma, the Intense, is the one for right now. Now, I know it's fall, I know we're heading into the holiday, which screams spices and thick vanillas and gourmands and all that, but some days I just want to smell clean. I just want to smell like I just had a bath, and in my case, the fragrance that gives me that vibe is from Replica, Maison Margiela Replica, and this is Bubble Bath. It's been a minute since I've talked about Bubble Bath on the channel, but I recently played in it again, and I was like, now I remember why I love this fragrance so much. This one is so good. Bubble Bath is the name, so you already can tell what the vibe is. Clean. So it has some soap bubble accord, there's some rose in here, some white musk, and there is coconut milk in here. This is a clean fragrance that actually lasts and actually projects. I need to do your dedicated review if I haven't done so already. Now I've had this one for over a year and a half, pushing 2 years. I got it when it came out, but Bubble Bath kind of slept on. I think people write it off because of the whole, oh, it's just gonna be clean, so it's probably gonna go away in an hour. This one actually lasts a long time. I even have the travel spray in it, so that's how much I enjoy Bubble Bath, and I like to reach for it as a good travel scent and as a scent when I'm relaxing. I just want to smell clean, but I want the clean smell to last. So Replica's Bubble Bath is a favorite, and I highly recommend checking it out at Sephora during the sale time. Next up, I know there are some My Way lovers, but hear me out. Definitely check out the My Way Parfum that came out back in early spring of this year. This one is the one that looks like the cotton candy bottle, dark pink and blue. This one wowed me. If you all remember my first impressions of this fragrance, I was thinking, oh, it's just gonna be a little cutesy, mass appealing designer fragrance. This one blew my mind because of how strong it is. For once, Parfum being on the label was actually legitimate, and Giorgio Armani My Way, they nailed it in their Parfum version. Highly impressed. This thing is nuclear. This is nuclear, and I'm just like, wow. The dedicated review is already up on this fragrance as well, but My Way, the Parfum version, check it out. There's notes of iris in here, tuberose, and vanilla. This bad boy lasts. Do not overspray it. I know I don't have to. A little bit goes a very long way. I can literally smell it on me all day, and it's not a skin scent until the end of the day. So this is a scent, that's why the dent isn't that big on it, because I don't have to wear a lot of it in order to get the effect. So yeah, Giorgio Armani, you did your thing with the My Way Parfum, and for that reason, it is excellent for this time of year, especially headed into the fall. Especially, you know, you got somebody in your life that wants a girly scent, but it's a girly scent that got some bass and some power, and it's gonna last. This is the one. My Way, the Parfum version. Next up, you all, this is from Marc Jacobs, and this is the Daisy Oh So Intense. I've been talking about this fragrance a lot this year because it really surprised me. This is strawberry and honey, and it works. This one is so much better than the original Daisy, which we know and love. We probably have all owned multiple bottles of it, but to me, Oh So Intense definitely brought me back into this DNA. It's a DNA that works because I'm having a honey moment and it just works. This fragrance already has a full dedicated review up on the channel. This is a favorite. I'm glad that it's still out on counters because it came out in like 2021, so it's not new. And especially with Marc Jacobs, a lot of times the fragrances, once they come out, then something else comes out, then they pull it off the counters to make room for the new stuff. This is one that's still out for a reason, so I highly recommend checking this version out, y'all. It's good. It is really, really good. It's sweet, it's fun, it's happy. And we like that. And it's an easy reach fragrance. So Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Intense is a favorite right now. Last two fragrances. I had to put this one on the list because I literally think this is like the best Jo Malone fragrance ever. And I'm willing to stand on that. And this is Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka Cologne Intense. I'm so happy that it's becoming more readily available in a lot of Sephora's. Like I know in mine, we actually have a Jo Malone display now. So I can explore more for the brand. But Myrrh and Tonka, you all know I've had this for over a year going on too. And this is a cold weather masterpiece. Absolutely, this is a favorite. I need the body cream for it. So it has notes of lavender, myrrh, and of course tonka. Very simple, straight to the point. But this one is magical for some reason. Spring, summer, it doesn't do anything. But oh, once the weather dips down, y'all, pull out Myrrh and Tonka. There's a reason this fragrance is a bestseller. There's a reason why this is a very well-loved fragrance, and it comes out in a lot of holiday gift sets. It is for a reason. This scent is phenomenal, and it's so good. I love this one, and I've been reaching for it. I wore it to my doctor's office recently, and it turned heads. The front desk lady was like, "What are you wearing? What is that?" And so I wrote it down for it. So absolutely Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka for sure. It already has a dedicated review as well up on the channel, so definitely check it out, y'all. And we had to end the list out with a newbie, but it's one that has been still in my heart lately. This is Kayali's Oudgasm Vanilla Oud out of the whole collection. If you all remember, I've done the whole dedicated overview of the entire fragrance collection. I got all 4 fragrances. We talked about it in that video. But Vanilla Oud, this one is easy to wear. It's a fun vanilla. It's a fall vanilla, and I'm enjoying it. It has notes of vanilla, praline, and of course oud in it. This one works. It's so well rounded. It makes sense because, so say if you don't want the sweet gourmand vanilla, but you want thicker vanilla, one with a little bit more oomph, but still isn't too far on the deep end, this is the vanilla for you. This is the one that is the least intense of the entire bunch, but it's also the one that's the most user-friendly, especially if you're new to oud. Can't stress that enough, but this is one I have found myself enjoying and playing in, whether I'm going somewhere or not. I just spray this on because why not? It's fun. So Kayali's Vanilla Oud is definitely a favorite right now. I am enjoying it and absolutely check it out right now while it's on sale at Sephora. So all right, everyone, that wraps up this 15 favorite fragrances at Sephora video. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with my list? Do you like any of these fragrances right now? And the good thing is too, I'm noticing is that a lot of the fragrances I talked about, they also have gift sets. So say if you want to try it out, maybe in like a sampler set or something like that, they have all of those type of things right now. This is the time to really explore and also save money at Sephora right now when it comes to fragrances. Because as we know, fragrances can get expensive. So we definitely want to have some fun with it. Try them before we buy them for sure. Do a walkthrough if you need to, and definitely go make your decisions if you can. Sometimes the gift set might just be online only, but you can still smell the fragrance in store. That makes any kind of sense. So definitely think about it. So as always, if you're digging me, subscribe to the channel. If you're here for the content, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not here for any of this, and I guess you don't want any fragrances from Sephora right now, and that's okay too. But until next time, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.